Hello and very good morning to all our viewers. This is WION Wallet. I am Sumit Chaturvedi. Let's go straight to our top headlines. McDonald's lost its competition's gain in India after McDonald's shuts down around 170 stores. Subway, Burger King, they have gained in revenue as well as sales. British car maker Jaguar Land Rover cars, they have announced that all JLR cars will be available in an electric or hybrid version from 2020. Economic ministers of Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN member states have begun a 4-day meeting in the Philippine capital of Manila. And Indian markets have opened in green a day after ending flat in evening trade. And the first story is coming from India, where Income Tax Department is expecting that companies that are new entrants in the tax ambit may increase tax revenue by approximately 10% in near future. So many new, we can say that new companies have come under the scanner of government after GST rollout. 3 lakh new companies have come under government scanner after GST rollout on July 1st. The new firms may increase tax revenue by approximately 10%. Maharashtra saw the maximum business registrations with GST, and thereafter it has been found there are 3 lakh companies that are under scanner. Firms with over rupees 20 lakh revenue, they were supposed to be registered with GST or GST network, and thereafter 3 lakh companies have come under government scanner. The new firms are under government's scanner. This is for possibly tax evasion, and government will be hard on them and will try to recover as much tax as possible. Earlier, these companies were not part of any ambit of tax before GST rollout. The GSTN is expecting that companies which are new entrants under the tax ambit will increase their tax revenue by approximately 10% in near future. Maharashtra saw the most number of, we can say, that businesses registering with GSTN. And German sportswear maker Adidas is looking to tighten its belt in India, which may lead to reduction in employee strength and franchise partners in the country. The company, which owns Reebok, could lay off around 1/4 of its staff here in coming months. Reports say Adidas has been in talks with Reliance Brands to hand over a chunk of its franchise business. Adidas has approval from Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, or DIPP, in India to open its own stores in the country. It is keen on large format stores as it feels bigger stores with a complete range of footwear and apparel have a better chance of becoming profitable. For this, it needs franchisees with deep pockets, and although it has reduced the number of its franchise partners to around 70 from 500 earlier, a further cut is on the cards. So Adidas India may reduce the employee strength. Adidas India may reduce the employee strength here. And coming over to one story that is really going to impact our consumers. McDonald's, which is going to shut around 170 stores in India, its loss is competition's gain, even as the fight between Vikram Bakshi and McDonald's plays out, leaving the fate of outlets uncertain in the northern and eastern parts of the country. One thing is certain, that iconic fast food brand McDonald's has lost significant revenues and market share in Delhi during July compared with preceding month, while other quick service restaurants have gained at its cost during the period. So Burger King and KFC, they have gained in North India after McDonald's has decided to shut because of a problem 170 stores over here in the Indian market. The McDonald's loss is clearly competition's gain here. The mandatory license could not be renewed of McDonald's subsidiaries and franchises. That has led to this situation that 170 of outlets of McDonald's, it is being shut, and that is leading to a loss of jobs of thousands of people. But it is resulting in gains to the competition, Subway, Burger King and KFC. So these chains are gaining at the loss of McDonald's. Well, the issue was the one started in June when there was problem between the franchisee and McDonald's company. So thereafter, the overall matter is in court. NCLT is currently looking into the overall issue, but that is leading to profit for Subways, KFC and Burger King. And at a time when demand for more electric car and hybrid cars is growing in India, car makers are also planning to line up more and more models. Buoyed by government's push, global and Indian car makers have planned 5 to 6 new electric car models in years to come. So that is something which will happen, which we will see over the next few years in India. Hyundai, Renault, Nissan, they have planned that they will bring more models in the country. And Ford Motor, it is also going all electric. Ford Motor's Lincoln brand, luxury brand and premium brand, it has plans to offer hybrid gasoline electric versions of all its US models by 2022. According to reports in the media, Lincoln is Ford's premium brand and it is planning to go all electric in the next 5 years. Details of these electric cars could be announced as early as October 3 when Ford CEO Jim Hackett plans to update investors on the automaker's strategy. Company officials are also considering whether to introduce one or more all-electric Lincoln models. So Ford's Lincoln brand, it is planned to go all-electric. They have plans that there will be electrified versions of Ford Lincoln brand. Lincoln is Ford's premium car brand. And electric cars, the announcement could come next week. Well, this is big news coming for Ford, the top US automaker. The news have been coming that most of the car brands, they are going electric. BMW has also announced that it is going to go all electric. And economic ministers of Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states began a 4-day meeting in the Philippine capital of Manila yesterday. The ministers will be discussing measures to further strengthen economic ties and integrate trade and investment in Southeast Asia. At the opening ceremony, Philippine Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez urged Southeast Asian counterparts to help in integrating ASEAN into the regional and global economy. The Philippines, which holds the ASEAN rotating chairmanship this year, further urged ASEAN members to pursue an inclusive, innovation-led growth. ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting is happening just before the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit in Manila this November.
ASEAN Economic Ministers, we are gathered today to send a positive signal amid a backdrop of rising trade policy uncertainties. We need to reaffirm the importance of integrating ASEAN into the regional and global economy.
And after Ford's Lincoln and BMW, all new Jaguar Land Rover cars will be available in all-electric or hybrid version from 2020. Britain's biggest car maker said as it speeds up plans to electrify its model range. Last year, the company owned by India's Tata Motors said it would offer greener versions of half of its new lineup by 2020. But it has now ramped up its plans. Demand for electric models continues to rise sharply, and in July, Britain said it would ban the sale of new petrol and diesel cars from 2040 to cut pollution, replicating plans by France and cities such as Madrid, Mexico City and Athens. Car makers are racing to tap into growing demand for low-emission models, with Nissan launching a revamped version of its Leaf electric vehicle on Wednesday in a bid to better take on Tesla's Model 3. Jaguar Land Rover, which showcased its first electric model in 2016, said it would release a range of electric cars going forward. And let's stay electric and let's talk about the best electric cars of 2017 and which are the electric cars which you can buy or import if you're in India. Let's take a look at this story. If you have money and want to buy or import electric car, you are definitely spoiled for choice. So here is the list of iconic electric cars available throughout the world. South Korean car maker Hyundai has its full electric variants of the Ioniq. Hyundai Ioniq comes with 175 kilometers of range. It also comes with 28 kilowatt-hour battery with top speed of 165 kilometers per hour, delivering 295 Nm of torque and 120 HP of power. The price of Ioniq is also quite steep at around $30,000. The Volkswagen Golf is the second best-selling car in the world and it has an electric variant too. It has a range of 200 kilometers and comes with 35.8 kWh battery. It has a top speed of 165 kilometers per hour. Electric Golf has a torque of 290 Nm and power of 134 bhp. Though Electric Gold comes at a price of around $29,000. BMW's electric car i3 comes with a range of 201 kilometers and has battery with power of 35.8 kWh. It has a top speed of 165 kilometers per hour and 290 Nm of torque. i3 also has a power of 135 HP but comes at a price of around $45,000. When it comes to premium electric cars, Tesla has no match. Tesla has a range of 473 kilometers. It comes with 90 kWh battery and has a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. Tesla's Model S has a torque of 658 Nm and power of 518 bhp. Tesla though comes at a steep price ranging between $71,000 to around $1,20,000. The next electric car in line is General Motors' Bolt, which is not meant to be a revolution, but it's an actual car that people can use. Chevy's Bolt has a range of 383 kilometers and has a battery of 60 kilowatt-hour. It has a top speed of 145 km per hour. Bolt has a power of 2000 HP but comes at a price of around $30,000. And the last iconic electric car is Kia's Soul. Soul has a range of 150 km and has a battery of 27 kWh. It has a top speed of 145 km per hour and comes with a torque of 285 Nm. Soul has a power of 109 HP and comes at a price ranging between $32,000 to around $36,000. Bureau Report, WION.